guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here again with my pressed flowers, and I wanted to come along and have a bit more of a play with them. Now, this is my second attempt at this video because the first attempt was such a disaster. So yeah, I shall tell you what the disaster was in a second. So I'm just going to get all my flowers out. Now, I might use my tweezers, I don't know. I'm not great with tweezers, to be perfectly honest, so I probably will make more of a hash of doing things using the tweezers. But what I've got here is some sheets of acetate, and I've got my Avery whole sheet label. Now this is a whole sheet label and it's a transparent one. It's got a milky finish. It's a slight sort of vellum-y type finish to it, so it's not crystal clear like the transparency film, you know, laminate type stuff is. Well, it's not laminate, this is transparency film. So it's not got that same finish to it. It's milky. Now what I thought that we could do is try putting the flowers onto here and then going over them with this. Now, the reason this is my second try at this video, I tried to do it earlier this morning, doing a big portion, i.e. like, you know, an A5 kind of size. And yeah, it was a complete disaster. It resulted in, let me just show you, this kind of effect happening, all screwed up, wrinkles all over it, and yeah, looked pretty rubbish, I have to say. So, a bit gutted because, of course, you know, what a waste of those flowers. And, you know, I was also videoing, so what a waste of that video. But I thought, nonetheless, I wanted to come back and have another try because I still liked the concept of doing it this way. But what I think I'm going to do is try and do it on a much, much, much smaller scale. So I'm going to just cut this down, first of all, in half. So the A5 kind of size that I tried to do this morning. Clearly not going to leave it that sort of size. I'm going to go much, much smaller. And actually I'm going to go even smaller than this. So I'm going to go like in half again. So, you know, they're really tiny pieces. Now, again, what I actually did was I put the flowers, you know, placed the flowers onto the acetate and then obviously went on with my label. Now I'm wondering whether what I should do is try and place them onto the label. Now the only problem I'm suspecting is these labels kind of curl up slightly. So I'm wondering whether that's not going to be very successful from a curling up point of view. Do you see what I mean? It's wanting to curl up straight away. But let's give it a try. Maybe what we could do is actually weigh it down with something. So I'll try and weigh it down like with my scissors. Okay, to keep it kind of flat. Now the other thing that I decided was when I did it, because I was planning on having the milky side up. I actually prefer acetate side up. So what I want to do is make sure I'm gluing the flowers down onto here. So the front of the flowers, if there is a front and the back, is going to be visible from the acetate side, not the sticker side, if that makes sense. Okay, probably best that I just get on into this because yeah, probably not making a great deal of sense so far. Okay, let's just take some leaves first of all. I'm just going to build up some pattern with the flowers. So gluing them onto the label. Okay, I've just got a bit more, oops, a bit more here. This is still not brilliant, I have to say. It's very tricky to work with because it's just, you know, it's just wanting to move all the time, which is such a shame. Okay, let's do that. And then let's get some of our flowers stuck down. I mean, I actually prefer that side, to be honest, which I know is like the underside, but yeah, kind of prefer it. Oh, I'll have to go for it there now because, of course, it's got stuck. Okay, let's get another one. Maybe have that here, like that. Okay, and do we want a third one? Let's try this one. Okay, so let's do it like that. And then what I'm going to do is take my small piece of acetate and I'm going to place that on top of the sticker. Trying my best to get this wrinkle free this time. Yay! Much more successful than when I tried it this morning, which was, yeah, just a complete and utter disaster. I can't tell you how disastrous it was. So let's just pop this down and I'm just going to spread it with my glue spreader. Now I've used that label kind of piece of paper over the top, just so that I don't scratch the acetate or kind of mark the acetate in any way. So there we go, stuck down. And then what I'm hoping is that we're going to be able to cut around like in a kiss cut sort of fashion. So kiss cutting is just that method of cutting, you know, not right next to the piece, but sort of, you know, a millimetre or so away. And that way what we've done is we've kind of produced the sealed effect that obviously you need to keep your flowers, you know, from discolouring. So just go around there like that. And then what they're doing is they're giving that effect slightly of almost like, you know, the stickers that you buy that are like on a sort of vellum type background. It very much resembles that, but of course it's actually pressed flowers, which, how cool is that? So yeah, really, really, really happy with how that looks. Much, much better method than, you know, how I tried it this morning. And then, you know, you could possibly ink around it, or you could go around it with some gold paint or, you know, something like that. But they look pretty, don't they? So let's do another one. And again, you know, if you've got some better methods for, you know, ways to do this without your sticker sheet moving, awesome. You know, would love to hear some other suggestions for how to get the sticker sheet to stop moving, because that seems to be the biggest, the biggest challenge is actually getting it, you know, getting your flowers stuck on here whilst your sticker sheet is wanting to peel up off of the table. So, oh gosh, come on. Oh, come on, come on. Yay, right. Take that down. So again, just, whoa, hold that back. Right. Let's try and weight it down again. Okay, let's see what flowers we've got here left. So what have we got? We've got some really bright leaves. Okay, let's put those on. Actually, they're not so bright the other side. So, I mean, I love bright green, but it was just looking a little bit too bright, too in your face. Okay, let's do a little bit more. Oh gosh, now look what's happening. Ah! I mean, that's the only thing. Oh my goodness, it's very easy to, you know, drop bits onto the sticker, and of course then it's just going to be stuck on there. So yeah, something to be just a little bit aware of. Okay, and let's have that purple one, or shall we have pink? We'll stick with the purples as we've kind of started with them. Okay. And then I think let's have this little cluster of white stuff. I don't know what this is, but oops, it's very delicate. Oh, where's my tweezers? Right, first time I've used the tweezers. Let's see how I get on with those. Not, oops, I was going to say not too bad, but actually I've dropped it. Oh, come on. Not too bad, actually. Yeah, not too bad. Right, let's see whether I've got any other purple flowers just before I finish here. Yay, I've got one more. One more still in the bag, or still in the packet. So come out, come out, come out. Okay. Okie dokie. So again, I'm going to take my plain, you know, my piece of acetate now, and I want to just stick this down straight over the top of my piece. Oh no, look what's happened. Oh, I've got that wrinkle going on again. So do you see how easily that happened? You know, even doing it in this method with just this teeny weeny little piece, I've already got a crease in that sticker sheet. So you can probably see it easier that side. It's very, very, very tricky, you know, and that happens very, very, very easily. So I think that's just something to kind of just be, you know, super aware of is, you know, probably, yeah, there's probably some other technique. I'm thinking kind of maybe if you practice this a few times, it would perhaps get slightly easier. I'm not saying it definitely would, but, you know, maybe it would seem a bit easier. Definitely I'm not making a great job of it, but I mean that other one went okay. So this one, I think, you know, this was just unfortunate that that happened, to be honest. Yeah, but definitely it's, you know, it's way trickier than it would sound. Trying to get it on wrinkle free is pretty difficult. So yeah, you just need to kind of be aware of that. Okay, oh, I can't even remember which way up that was now. Is it like that? I think it was like that. But how beautiful is that? I absolutely love it. And of course now you've just got that reverse, which is the, you know, the sticker sheet stuff. So I mean, hopefully that would be kind of, you know, easily gluable, if you see what I mean. So let's do another one, because I might as well use up the, you know, the remainder of the flowers that I've got here. So again, let's just cut this down into like half. Okay. Right, so again, let's just peel this back a bit. Honestly, I mean, this is one of the trickiest things, is actually separating the label from the backing sheet. Because it's pretty glued on. Well, not glued on, but you know, it's pretty much up to the edges, if you see what I mean. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, for goodness sake. What is going on here? Let me put my glasses on. Maybe I will have more luck with glasses. Oh, come on. Oh, I am so struggling to do this. Come on, come on, come on. I can see it. It's just wanting to come apart, and then it just keeps not doing. So let's try somewhere else. Oh dear. Okay, right. Hurrah, we finally have it cooperating. Right. Just go down like that. So again, let's just fold that over. Oh my goodness, it's already curling up. I see what I mean. I mean, it really just wants to curl up, doesn't it? It's not good. Or not easy to work with, perhaps I should say. Right, I'm going to again use this. I quite like being able to build up, like from the leaves up, if you see what I mean. Because I think they're quite nice, you know, to have the leaves and the flowers. I have to say, when they first arrived, I was a bit disappointed because I thought, oh, there's lots of leaves and maybe not so many flowers. Well, I mean, not so many. Obviously, there were still more flowers than leaves. But, you know, I thought, oh, I would have preferred more leaves than flowers. But actually, I think the leaves are quite nice because you do then build up almost like a sort of bouquet, really, of the flowers. Which then, of course, look really pretty. Okay. And then this one. Oops, come on. And then I wonder if we could just go in with this somehow at the bottom. Yay, that's quite nice, isn't it? Oh, 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 nearly disaster there. Right, so I've got those. Now stick them down nicely and then bring in my acetate piece. Make sure it's clean. And then again, just going to stick this down. Okay, so that one was much better. I think what happened with that last one, I kind of peeled this off too soon, if you see what I mean. So it then obviously had the ability to wrinkle. I mean, it's wrinkled down here, but that's fine because that's, you know, way out of the realms where I'm going to be cutting around it. So that's absolutely fine. Okay. Let's just cut around here. So, yeah, I mean, obviously this was kind of another little idea rather than, you know, using the glossy accents over them on sort of coloured card or coloured paper. I don't know which I prefer. I guess, you know, until I actually come to use these, it's hard to know which method I prefer. You know, but I think these look very nice. I think they definitely have that appearance of those sort of stickers that you buy. They look really pretty. Right, let's put those there. Okay, last one. So I've only got a couple of flowers left from this packet. Oh, these are probably going to look really rubbish, to be honest, but oh well. In for a penny, in for a pound. Let's just do these and see how we get on. So let's just peel this backing off. Okay. Okay, right, let's put that down like that. Then just weigh it down with the scissors. Right, let's bring this along. Okay, so I don't want to use that really bright green colour. Put it this way around and then not sure which is the right side of these, to be honest. Hard to say. Definitely hard to say, but let's just go for this side. I've got these tiny yellow ones. I wonder whether I should just mix in some of these with these as well. Oh, I should pick this up with my tweezers, shouldn't I? Because it's kind of breaking every time I touch it. Yeah, let's try and be a bit more. Okay, and this one here, here, here. Yeah, I think up here. Okay, do I have any other flowers here? No. So all of these ones, they're just like little remnants. I probably will not really use any of these bits because they feel quite tiny. Maybe I could just have that one on there. Yeah, I mean, they're quite tiny little bits and the leaves. So I will get rid of all of this. And I know there's probably loads of people screaming and saying, oh no, don't get rid of them. Keep them, keep them. But to be honest, you know, I need to just get rid of things because, you know, I bought 2 packets of these when I bought them from Amazon. So I've got another packet anyway. which presumably will have all these leaves and things in it. And to be honest, if I keep keeping things, you know, I'm just in trouble, to be honest. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of those. Right, let's again cut around this. Okie dokie. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, I love how that one looks. How gorgeous is that? Absolutely gorgeous. Right, okay. These are the little backs that came in the pack. So, yeah, let's keep those. Heaven forbid that I would actually throw something out, you know. Yeah, let's keep those because we might be able to make something else with those. So with these, I'm thinking we could make just some little clusters or something with these. I mean, obviously we've made a snippet, or, you know, previously with the, you know, the flowers. So I'm thinking maybe make some clusters. So sorry, I've just moved the desk by accident because I was leaning on it. So, right, let's get rid of that rubbish. Or I do have some bits and pieces here ready for decorating. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking maybe these aren't the best pieces to be using. I mean, that's not too bad. What do we think? I mean, I definitely struggle to mix like a scrapbook paper with, like say pressed flowers. And again, this is something else that I really need to work on because I see other people do things like this all the time and they look absolutely amazing. I don't know quite why, you know, why for me this is such a thing that I just can't seem to do it. Yeah, I don't know why. So I'm just having a look to see what else I've got here that I could sort of mix these bits in with. I mean, it's not really going with that, is it, to be honest? Ooh, it's quite nice on there, to be fair. I mean, again, I wouldn't have put this together, to be honest. And it's a risky strategy because I say this all the time, but what will happen is if I put it with something that's too out there, you know, even though I think it looks nice, when am I going to use this? Because the likelihood of me having a journal where this is actually going to go is slim, isn't it? You know, I'm probably not really going to have a journal that this is going to go in. And because I have that obsession with the matchy-matchy, how am I going to ever use it? I'm going to just struggle, aren't I? So, yeah, I'm not sure really whether that's a very clever thing to do, mixing it up like that. It's kind of a mistake, I feel. Let's just persevere for a couple of minutes and see how it would come out. So, thinking we could mix it in with maybe a bow or something. And that would bring the red in, you know, from another side. Oh, that's quite pretty, isn't it? Yes, I quite like that one, I think. So, right, let me just pop these away for a moment. I'm still debating whether this is too risky to do this because, you know, like it's just going to be another piece of ephemera then that's going to be stuck forever in my drawer because it's not really going to match anything. And then, you know, that's pointless then even making it, isn't it? You know, just got to be realistic about, you know, how you like to work. And if you work kind of from a matchy-matchy point of view, there's probably not really much point doing things from a non-matchy-matchy point of view, if you see what I mean. Because that's just not going to be, you know, something that you're going to actually be able to use, is it? Oh, I don't know. Because the thing is, On the one hand, I really love how it looks. On the other hand, it's like, what are you thinking? That is just going to be a nightmare. When are you ever going to use it? And that's just so completely true. Right, I've got this red. Let's just see what would this look like if I put this on here at all. So again, let me just grab in. It's kind of nice, isn't it? Let me outline these with some red metallic. So these are those little Brian paint sticks, which again, I've used these lots of times recently. I'm quite enjoying using them, I must say. Although, and I've said this lots of times, I have found that predominantly I'm just using the gold. So I wonder whether you can buy them individually. And next time I would just buy the gold. I wouldn't buy all the other colours, to be honest. Although, as I'm saying it, I am here, in fact, using the red, but I don't feel like I've used the red overly much. In fact, to the point I had to even check whether I'd used it ever. I evidently have, because it had already been used, but I don't recall using it. I mean, that does look pretty, doesn't it, with the red edging, to be fair. Oh, I am liking it. I am liking it. What do we think? Can I be brave enough to use it? That's the question. Oh, it's so tough, isn't it? Let me just see what else I've got here. I've got one of these. I mean, again, this is probably not really going to be quite right on here because it's not really kind of going to go with anything else that's on the entire piece. But, you know, if you don't try, you don't know, do you? Got to try to know. Okay. What do we think to that? Oh, it's such a tough decision, isn't it? I don't know. I wish somebody was here to just decide for me, because it's just causing me to struggle to actually make the decision. I really do love the look of it, but yeah, I'm just kind of thinking, you know, what am I doing? Because there's no way I'm ever going to use this. No way. Why would I do that? Why would I put it on a piece that I'm just never ever going to use? So based on that, let's see what it would look like on a cluster. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? That is nice. Oh, I'm loving how that looks. Right, okay, let's ink this up. Okay, so I'm going to scrap this now. I'm not going to go for that. Oh gosh, and now I've just smudged red paint right across there. Might as well have used it after all, mightn't I? Because I've now ruined it anyway. Okay, well, hopefully when I come to use that, I can just cover that up, but oh dear. Okay, so we were having it, were we having it this way, or were we having it this way? This way, maybe? Can you see how that really does look like those flowers, you know, that kind of you can get that are shiny stickers? It really does have that look, doesn't it? Now my only issue is that green looks a little bit like a Christmas tree. So yeah, that being said, I'm going to try and cover the green up a bit. I think like that. Okay, yep, I love how that looks. Right, okay, my next problem is I've got no staples left. Just literally run out, and I've ordered some more, but they're coming from eBay, so they have not arrived yet. So yeah, I'm just going to have to go in and hot glue this, and then I will obviously have to yeah, go in and glue the layers a little bit more in a minute or later. Just wanted to get it attached really in some form. Oh, I love how that looks. Right, let's try a little bit of lace on here just to kind of finish it off. I don't know whether it will look good with lace. It might look rubbish. Okay, let's just try that. Okie dokie. I often really much prefer the torn edge to the scalloped edge. Not always, but yeah, quite often I do. I love that sort of scruffy sort of appearance. It looks really pretty. So I'm just going to ink that lace up a bit so as it's less pristine looking. Okay, and I'm just going to just glue that down like that. Okie dokie. What do we think to that? Just might take that off as well. There we go. What do we think to that? How pretty is that? And to be honest, who would have thought that that's pressed flowers? I mean, to me, that looks nothing like pressed flowers in there. Just looks like one of those stickers. And I'm not necessarily saying, you know, that you want it to look like the stickers, but I'm just meaning it's a totally different way to use your pressed flowers, you know. Yeah, I really, really, really love them. They look really gorgeous, don't they? So yeah, let's do another cluster. Just, I might as well use up this bit of sheet music that I've got here. So we'll just do one more and then that will probably be it for the video. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking somehow like that. Now, again, let's just see what else I've got here. Oh no, don't want that. Don't want that. I've got this blue, but that's very blue. I don't think that's going to look quite right with the pink flowers. Again, what would happen is I would struggle because I wouldn't be having anything that would go with. But I'm just, you know, reaching out for things that I've just happened to have laying about here on the desk. So, do you know, I'm going to just go for this, I think. So let's just tear this down. So this is some that I'd used like a scrap to play around with my embossing folder when I first got it, which by the way I've still never really used. So yeah, I've had it for, oh gosh, probably like a year now. So it's about time I had a play with that and use that a bit. Absolutely rubbish for things like that. It's just, I think those big shots, you know, they're amazing and they're really, really good. And when I do use it, I always think, oh, this is brilliant. You know, I must really start using this more. And then I don't know about you guys, I just don't. Still just don't. So, yeah, it's just one of those things that I need to just pull out and actually get using a bit more. Okay, that's quite nice, isn't it? And then I'm thinking, oh, what am I thinking? I wonder if we could edge this. Right, now, this is very, very bold. Because I think this is pretty bright. Let's have a look and see on some of the stuff that we've cut off. So, oh my goodness, lucky I did a test. Can you see how bright that is? Yeah, definitely not the one to use. What about this green? Oh, no, that's not quite right either. Oh, that's a bit of a shame, isn't it? So we're down to either the brown or the black, I'm thinking. There is a white actually, so I could always try the white. The brown's not too bad. Let me just try the white. I don't know what the white would look like, to be honest. It might look really awful. Oh, it's very discoloured already. That's always the problem with white paint or white pens, isn't it? They get very discoloured very quickly. Oh, maybe the white's quite nice actually. Do you know what? That's a really different look. So let's go for the white. Okay. Okie dokie. Right, liking the white. Looks pretty. Not loving this so far. I was kind of determined to use that bit of sheet music, but I mean, I'm not really too sure that's quite right, to be honest. It looks quite colourless, doesn't it? This whole piece looks quite colourless. But what I have got actually is some Victorian velvet. So, oh no, not Victorian velvet at all. Worn lipstick. But I have got some Victorian velvet. Let's try that one. Thinking the worn lipstick would have been way too bright here. So I'm thinking worn lipstick on here. So yeah, let me just get my little blendy tool. Just to give it some pink tones. I don't necessarily want the whole thing smothered in pink, but just maybe a little bit of pink. Pretty, isn't it? That is very pretty. Yeah, okay, liking that. Let me just put a tiny bit more on. Okay. What did I say about not smothering it? Honestly. Actually, just before I put that away, not quite finished with it, I'm thinking get some more of that lace. So the lace that we tore. And I'm thinking ink that in the pink as well. Just so as I've got some more pink going on. So yeah, I mean, yeah, this is obviously that Victorian velvet, which, and I've said this before, but if you get the, what's it called? Distress ink instead of the oxide, the ink is actually a lot darker than this. So I guess that's just something to be aware of. You know, it will depend, your colour will depend whether you've got the oxide or the ink. This just happens to be the oxide. Right. Thinking like that. It's just too big, isn't it? What on earth? What on earth? Okay. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So again, just going to hot glue this just for speed. You know, if you haven't got hot glue, that's fine. It's just, it's really nice and quick when you're doing a video. Like that. And then just going to see if I've got a little pink bow. Oh, again, I still haven't fussy cut any of the neutral bows, so I'm probably doing everybody's head in, to be honest. Keep saying that constantly, but yeah, I still haven't fussy cut any or put them through the scan and cut or any of that stuff. So I'm still just with the brights, which of course are not quite what I'm after here. I mean, I have got some neutrals, but obviously I would have to cut it out, which, you know, that's fine. But it's just frustrating because if you've actually got some ready cut, it would be kind of better to use the ready cut ones, wouldn't it? Got this huge green one, which is from the neutrals, and I could use that, or is that just like really weird? Probably a little bit on the weird side, isn't it? Oh, what do we think? What do we think? Oh, I can't decide. I can't decide. Do you know, I'm just going to go for it because I could be here all day otherwise. Let's just go for that there. Okay. Right, so let's have a look and see the ones that we have done. So let me just move these out the way. Okay, what have we done? What have we done? So we've obviously got some others left to play with here. So actually only two. And these are the gorgeous clusters that we have made. So yeah, I hope that you like the idea. As I say, it does require a bit of practice and playing around. The thing I think that's quite nice about it is, unlike the laminate, which, you know, again, struggled with the flowers, they're moving. You know, when you sandwich the laminate together and run it through the laminator, sometimes they can move. Again, you could dab some glue on. But I just thought this might, you know, might be a fun alternative, I guess, really. So yeah, I hope that you like the finished results. I mean, I think they look really, really pretty. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks then. Bye.